like this song. It's fun.
Few pipas.
It's really cool to see so many of the same instrument together, and like what that actually makes as a sonic experience. It's so cool, no?
Man, that instrument, the swona, is so interesting.
Cool! So cool! Yeah! Wow, yeah!
Ah, that's awesome. Dang. Oh, nice. Dang.
That is so cool. I love the director. Who's the director? He's a guy. He's a fun guy.
That was the outro of the actual the whole show.
Concert.
I mean, interestingly enough, like I can never listen to the swona in the same way I do now. After I learned that actually because I started googling, like, I mean, this is kind of but I started like YouTubing and like looking up like funerals in China, and like actually the swona it's like a sad ass instrument, dude.
It is, but it is how.
Especially in times of war.
But think about it like how it is in the trumpet. That's what somebody said to me. It's like the Western trumpet.
Yeah.
You know how some people, if they're vets, they have in their ceremonies in the funerals, they play the trumpet.
Yeah, but
somebody said to me that it's similar to that.
Yeah, but
concept.
historically speaking, the swona is way more attached to that
Yes,
than the
I
trumpet
agree.
is.
Yes.
So, hence why it's so pingy naturally. Also, interestingly enough, so many instruments like have derived from the swona.
Correct.
All the way through Asia. And I'm sort of leaning towards, I still don't know, and I'm no historian, but I do want to discuss this with a bunch of other like Chinese historians and other music historians, because I think the originator of that instrument might have been China. Like that might have been the first, like the swona is actually the first, because Korea has something similar, Japan has something similar, down the line like India also has something similar.
Yes, it's true.
So it's really interesting fucking instrument, because it is so prevalent all throughout
I agree.
native instruments in Asia. Obviously in the West, you know, the closest relative to it would be the trumpet.
No, I think maybe a clarinet.
A clarinet, yeah, arguably speaking.
Maybe a clarinet.
Like there are some versions of a swona that are a bit longer. I mean, one of the guys had it there, and it looks like a clarinet, but it's not.
Yes.
So it's very interesting. I mean, the pipa is like, you know, typical Chinese. It would have been interesting if it had some gushengs.
And like the erhu as well.
Yeah, the
it's
erhu,
really
it's
cool. Yeah.
so unique, such a
know.
unique sounding instrument.
And it's really cool to see it, like I said it in the video. It's really awesome to see various instruments of the same the same instrument in in several numbers, because like I feel like it enhances the auditory experience in such a weird way.
And like it's no, you know, it's not surprise or something rare that like we have a specific fascination with these sounds, because they're so different to what we get here in
They're
the West.
so refreshing to me though.
And historically speaking, I mean, even we just learned, rather, like King George, for example, fell in love with Jasmine Flower, that piece from China. You know, that's King George III.
That's right.
That's, you know,
It's a long time
that's a
ago.
few years back.
And you know what I think though, when I listen to songs like this, I feel instantly teletransported to a different time. Like there's something so awesome about the preservation of the historical impact of these pieces.
It's very interesting.
That when you listen to them, you feel the history. You see it in some sort of way, and it's so really cool because I mean I'm learning about the Chinese history and its actual impact
through its music,
which I think it's, if you wanted to learn something, it is through music.
Through music,
you know,
it's so
it's
cool.
such an easy way to get in.
And it's so interesting that it does so well commercially in the market through an OST.
Yes.
That's the part that I find so interesting, because it's quite dissimilar to how things operate here in the West.
I always think, because for OSTs, what's really impressive to me about the Chinese market overall is that you could wash it down. You could make some of this really commercial,
less
really,
authentic, more commercial.
Yeah, and really accessible for modern audiences,
Yeah.
and however, and somehow lose the identity in the way, right? And you can have hints of the historical impact of the song, but what it's really awesome in China, you maintain the historical impact, you maintain its essence as much as you possibly can.
At least it seems on the pieces that we have reviewed. Do let us know if you feel like that has changed in the modern times. Like, for example, post 2015 onwards. Do OST still try to maintain this sort of classical or true to the soil type of sound? It will be interesting on seeing how the short content platforms, and the just modernization of content overall has also shifted the commercialization of both OSTs and classical pieces.
Yeah, I also think if it has had an impact in the new generation.
Agreed.
What is it, the new perspective of periodic pieces?
Goodbye.
Adios.
See ya.